Politics, it looks like Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States. He certainly said he will be. The BBC hasn't called it yet. We wait for the projections from our partners in America, CBS, but it looks like that's only a matter of time. He's already got 266 of the 270 electoral college votes that he requires to take the White House. It's been a great night for Republicans right across the board. Let's get more reaction to this from Erol Morkoc, who's the UK spokesperson for Republicans overseas, and Sharon Manita, who's from Democrats Abroad, the overseas organisation for the Democratic Party. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Morning. Thank you both for being with us. Sharon, what would you like to say to Erol this morning?
Well, it looks like your party has won, and we'll just have to see what the final vote count is, and we'll see how Donald Trump is going to run the country.
Is there a congratulations in there, Sharon, or not quite at that stage for you?
Well, if it is a final vote count, then I will, of course, congratulate them.
Erol, what would you like to say to Sharon?
Well, thank you very much for the congratulations, and we will do everything we can to run the country in a way that you would be proud to live in it.
Erol, you must be over the moon. Is this a bigger victory than you were expecting for your candidate?
Yeah, honestly, it is. I've been going around for the last couple of weeks saying that I expected a narrow electoral landslide. As in, I thought we'd win a lot of these states, but we win them by just a fraction. And I was thinking maybe we could sneak out a popular vote victory by half a point or something right now. And right now, it looks like maybe over a percentage point. We've got the House, we've got the Senate, we've got the presidency, we've got the Supreme Court, we have the popular vote, essentially a mandate to enact our vision, what we've laid out during the campaign, whether it be Elon Musk, what he's said he's going to do, or what RFK Jr. said he's going to do, what Trump has had to say he's going to do. And it's a huge day for the cryptocurrency community. I mean, the future of decentralized finance in the 21st century is about to be, hit with a big accelerator. And the sort of
Erol,
move fast and break things Silicon Valley vibe is coming to the White House.
Yeah, explain a bit more about that, because we've had a couple of texts on that this morning. And for a lot of our listeners, they'll be at a loss as to why that feels so important and so significant. So what is the sort of backstory to that and the role it's played in this campaign?
Well, Donald Trump, I would say, he's got J.D. Vance, who's a millennial, for a vice president, and he did these podcasting sort of strategy where he went around onto a lot of very alternative shows, and all of those communities all have a crypto element, and young men especially have been very heavily into cryptocurrencies, whether it's Bitcoin or Trump-specific tokens that have come out, such as Restore the Republic and things like that became grassroots movements that no pollster could have ever found. Trump tapped into that, and in doing so, he reached out to a lot of people who were basically libertarians and wanted to see, the money move away from fiat currency that sort of supplies the powder for forever wars and bring about like a fifth industrial revolution, where you have smart money, you have smart contracts, you have the ability to conduct transnational finance in a way that, hasn't been around before. And it might sound like a bunch of jargon, but that's what young people, especially in the Silicon Valley world, young tech people are looking for. And Donald Trump is the first candidate to embrace that, embracing NFTs, embracing every part of the industry, whether it be kind of funny and maybe beneath the president to be involved in some of the projects. I'll concede that. He's still a funny guy, and he's bringing about a change in the financial system that will be interesting to see.
Yeah, and I don't want to go sort of too far down that rabbit hole, but Sharon, perhaps that is one element of how the Democrats went wrong in this campaign, that they didn't really get some of the issues. And I'm not saying that was right at the forefront for a lot of voters, but they didn't really tap into the core challenges that a lot of American voters are facing and didn't speak to them in a way that was meaningful. Would you accept that?
Well, possibly. I think there's going to have to be a lot of soul searching at the end of this and see, where we missed opportunities. I'm also concerned about how the media will be treated in the future. There's been talk already about getting rid of some of the outlets that were critical of the 47th president, and we're going to have to see how much that's going to affect the way people see America in the future.
Yeah. Was Kamala Harris the wrong candidate in the end?
Well, we don't know. If she loses, of course, people are going to say, of course, she was. But I think she stood for a lot of positive things. And, we'll just have to see what happens to America. And now that Donald Trump has said that climate change is a scam, we're going to have to see what happens to the rest of the world.
Well, that was just my final question for both of you, actually. What does this mean for the rest of the world? What does it mean for our listeners here in the UK? Sharon, first of all.
Concerned, but we all have to work together. I'd like to see a more positive attitude to the rest of the world and some enlightenment, certainly, on climate change.
Errol, what about you?
I think for the global audience, you can hopefully look to detente, whether that be in Ukraine and Russia, and including North Korea now, who has troops involved in this conflict. It's getting out of hand, and as well as what the awful situation that's gone on in Gaza and in Israel. And I think Donald Trump, as president-elect, actually can potentially bring some stability there. And on another front, I think look to America as an inspiration. I mean, most immigrants, myself included, to America, we look at Elon Musk as like one of the greatest American immigrants ever, and that's part of why we elected him. So I think around the world, people can be inspired by that.
Elon Musk hasn't been elected to any position, but maybe he will be 4 years' time. Do you reckon?
Oh, well, the Department of Government Efficiency is where we hope to utilize Elon Musk in the administration. Right. Absolutely.
Look, we have to leave it there, both of you. Thank you very much for your time. Erol Morkoc from the Republicans overseas, Sharon Manita from the Democrats abroad.
We have had